The Winter Olympics are in full swing, and while you watch, you might catch yourself wondering how the athletes on TV do what they do. Of course, years of training and conditioning are required for every Olympian, but beyond that, it's a matter of science.
All the Olympic winter sports are either on the ice or on the snow. And this brings an interesting level of complexity to these sports because now we find that they have a low friction between whatever implement is on the snow. And therefore, everything happens faster. We're slipping, we're sliding, we've got very low friction, and so we can actually transfer energy much more efficiently.
When it comes to snow, natural conditions surrounding an event have a heavy hand in the way the race will go.
Snow conditions are really something that are unique to the Winter Olympics because it is nature at its finest. Depending on the type of snow, you're going to find that your races are either run faster or slower. If you have very icy, tight-packed snow, you are going to have a fast race. Everything is going to be very slick and you're going to see more wipeouts. But if you have very light, loose packed snow, you kind of have the opposite problem. You're going to have a very slow race because with the powdery nature of it, you have so much friction. It makes the turns harder, it makes going straight harder, and so everything just slows down.
On the ice, skaters use low friction to their advantage, pulling off incredible jumps and spins by channeling their conserved kinetic energy into each feat.
The low friction between the ice and the ice skates is huge for being able to make these jumps because with this low friction, we're able to conserve energy. And so you'll notice that the skaters always skate very quickly before going into a spin. And so they have that kinetic energy and they can translate that into an angular kinetic energy. So they can spin. And the same thing, going out of it, if they haven't lost a lot of energy, they can go from that rotational motion back into the linear motion of skating.
When it comes down to it, which is harder, ice skating or snowboarding?
If we look at ice skating versus snowboarding, the two are completely different, and yet there's no harder physics. It's just different. You're going to have the skate, which is very thin, pressing against the ice, and you're going to have lots of forces exerted on that. That is a level playing field. And so with that, you're trying to dig the skate into the ice to make your motion. But whenever we talk about snowboarding, now you bring in gravity. And so now our snowboarder is going to have to really take control of gravity, and they're going to have to turn back and forth on that hill so that they have control over it. So both sports are really using friction in order to guide their motion, but it's just very different in the application.
Clemson's answer? Neither sport is easier from a scientific standpoint. They both use low friction surfaces, but the application of physics is so different between the two, it's like comparing apples to oranges.
What are you curious about? Drop a comment below to let us know what questions Clemson faculty should answer next. If you enjoyed this video and want to see similar content, don't forget to like and subscribe.